let us continue our discussion. So we saw that for an arbitrary vertex, it has at least 3 friends or at least 3 enemies. Now, case 1, the vertex A has at least 3 friends. So you have A and B, C, D. With E and F, we don't know. We only know at least 3 friends. So I've drawn 3, and E, F may be friends or enemies, but this much is guaranteed. Now to complete the argument or to prove this claim, focus on the set BCD. Okay. If there exists a friend pair in BCD, friend pair meaning say B and C are friends, meaning something like this. If that's the case, this implies that A, B, C are 3 mutual friends. So we want to show that in a group of 6 people, there exist at least 3 mutual friends or at least 3 mutual enemies. Now we have shown this. Okay. We are only focusing on a pair. If that pair turns out to be a friend, then along with A, they form 3 mutual friends. What is the other case? Other case is this. If there does not exist a pair, which means all 3 of them are enemies. The other case is there does not exist a friend pair in BCD. This implies that BCD are 3 mutual enemies. So now in this case we have shown that we either have 3 mutual friends or 3 mutual enemies. Depending upon other relations, for example, if C and D are also friends, B and D are also friends, then A, B, C, D, all 4 form mutual friends. Then it becomes at least 3. And we are focusing on the case where you get to see 3. That's precisely what we want. Depending upon the other neighbors, this 3 may become 4. Similarly over here as well. Now focus on A, and case 1, it has 3 friends. With E and F, we don't know. Now I am focusing on the set BCD. If there exists a friend pair in BC, then ABC forms 3 mutual friends. If none of them are friends, then these 3 form 3 mutual enemies. So note that A is an arbitrary vertex, and we are looking at the possibilities among the neighbors of A. How many friends can be there, how many enemies can be there, and we have completed the proof assuming A has at least 3 friends. So when A has at least 3 friends, we are done. Now let's look at the case where A has at least 3 enemies, and if you prove a similar claim, then the proof is done. Let's look at the other case. So the vertex A has at least 3 enemies. So focus on A. It is not adjacent to B. not adjacent to C, not adjacent to D, maybe more, but we don't know. Let's just write E and F. Very similar to what we did, focus on the set. First one, if there exists an enemy pair in BCD. So say B and C are enemies. Then what happens? B and C are enemies. This implies that A, B, C are three mutual enemies. Now what is the other case? There does not exist an enemy pair. There does not exist an enemy pair in BCD. What does that mean? They are all friends. If you look at B, C, D, B and C are friends, C and D are friends, B and D are friends. This implies that the set BCD are three mutual friends. So depending upon the other adjacency between A and E and D and so on, this number may become 4 over here or here. So we are done. So what we have done is we fixed a vertex and focused on its neighborhood set and counted how many friends can be there, how many enemies can be there. Then we arrived at two broad cases, one considering at least 3 friends, another one containing at least 3 enemies. And for each of them we identified 3 mutual friends or 3 mutual enemies. For case 2, the vertex A has 3 enemies and they are B, C, D, and if there exists an enemy pair, then A along with that pair you get to see 3 mutual enemies. The other case is none of them are enemies, which means these 3 form 3 mutual friends. So this tells you that in a group of 6 we find K3 or K3 bar. Now there are other interesting questions like this. Ramsey has done great research on that. What is so special about this 6? What is so special about this 3? Will this claim be true if you have a graph on say 5 vertices? And in a group of 6 it is true. So naturally even in a group of 7 it is true, even in a group of 8 it is true, even in a group of 10 it is true. But the question is this claim true in a group of 5? Okay, let's look at that. So why 6? So is the above claim true for n is equal to 5? Meaning in a group of 5 people, can we claim K3 or K3 bar in any group? Okay, so let's look at this group of 5. Now you see that it has K3 in it. In fact, it has K3 bar as well. Let's look at this. It says in any group, so we need to look at all possibilities and then comment on this claim. So let's look at whether this group, say A, B, C, D, E, if you take A and C, and that's all. You cannot include any other element to get enemy of size 3. And if you take AB, you cannot take any other element to get 3 mutual friends. So here is a group of 5. This has neither 3 mutual friends nor 3 mutual enemies. Okay, so this tells you that the number 6 is tight, meaning the minimum number of people required to climb K3 or K3 bar is 6. Anything below 6, the climb is not true. Okay. So the question is this: what is the minimum value of n? What is the min value of n such that in any graph on n vertices we find K3 or K3 bar? Answer is 6. 5 it will not work. Here is a counter example. So starting from 6 we get to see this. Now one can ask some variants. So now can I climb this? Say in a group of say 8, there exists K4 or K3 bar. Is this true? Now one can ask, in a group of say 15 people, can we claim that there exists K4 or K4 bar? Interestingly, what is the minimum value of n such that we get to see K4 or K3 bar? That is like 3 enemies or 4 mutual friends. And Ramsay has done great research on this line, and he looked at many case studies, and more on this. There is a book on graph theory, there is a book on Ramsay theory. You may please check that and explore more on problems like this. And all of them make use of pigeonhole principle. Here again, principle is simple, but the way it is applied, meaning identification of PGNs, pigeonholes, is problem specific. That's where the real research or challenge lies. So we have looked at 2 nice case studies. So spend time and explore more on this, and so that when you come across a problem which has got similar flavor, you can make use of this tool in approaching that problem.